about creativity, innovation, and intelligence. Well, first talking about the video, I will explain like these three myths, like the speaker is mentioning. The first one being creativity comes from individuals. This statement is like too general because I do agree that it may be a myth because not all ideas or creative ideas or great ideas comes from individuals, but there are people who are more inclined or they have it, let's not say it easier, but they tend to be more creative and they can influence like a group of people because if there are a group of 7 people and only one of them comes up with an idea that like this whole statement will just lose every sense, like it won't make any sense anymore. So I think like I get the idea, but he's generalizing, so I partially agree with this one. The second one is creativity, it's casual and fun. I think this one is true because if you are like on an organizational like environment, if you work if your work depends on how creative you are or the ideas that you have or anything that you come up with, it's it may be challenging because you are almost like forced to be creative. So it can be difficult, not difficult, but the like the pressure that you can feel, you may, well, some people like they won't think of anything just because they feel pressure, just because they feel like they need to think about something, and they will try harder and harder and they won't come up with anything. So that can be stressful and that can be like just like hard. So I think this I agree with this one, that creativity is not like casual and fun, or not always, because if you because you can do it for fun, like you're playing a game or you're doing something, but this is a on an organizational like context, so I think this one is true. Another thing, recognizing great ideas, like people who think that they have like an ability to recognize great ideas or creative ideas. Well, I don't agree with this one because there are people who like, just like there are people who tend to be more creative, there are people who like study, they know a lot, and they are also creative, and they know the things that work, or they can recognize potential. So I think this one I don't, well, this speaker, he knows about what he's talking about, obviously, but I don't agree with him because there are people who can recognize potential, who can recognize great ideas because they do that for a living. They have a story that their whole career is about that. So I just think that there are people who they can recognize great ideas, and it's like they you present something to those people, and or you are presented several ideas, and you know that you can trust that person to choose the right one, or to follow on that path, or to take that idea and work with that idea because they can recognize the things that may work, or uh, what can make a change, and what is relevant, what idea is not only creative but relevant and has potential to be a great deal. Well, moving on to the text, the relationship between creativity and intelligence. Well, I think not that they are one and the same, but they have, it's almost like they are intertwined or something like that, because if you are an intelligent person, that means that you can think like above and beyond. You get presented a problem, or you need to do something, or you need to write or present or resolve. You need both, not only to be an intelligence to find the solution, but creative enough to think about something, that's not like that is not on a paper. And for that you need to be creative, because if you're not creative, like, it will be really difficult, because you need to follow like a procedure or a path or instructions even to resolve any issue, or like just to think about something. But if you are both intelligent, like, I think that if you are one, you are the other. That's like the whole point, what I think. uh, so intelligence is the ability to think above and beyond, and the creative part is like not only to think above and beyond, but to think about something that has, not that no one has ever thought, but it's not like something that's usual, or that's, like I said, there on a paper. So it's, there is that. I think, since I think that they are like really dependent on each other, I don't think there is one more important than the other. So like the whole point is that they are equal. That's what I think. And about how we can nurture our creativity, well, I think like going back to the video and everything that the speaker mentioned, the best way to nurture our creativity, it's like put it into practice, but not in an easy way. Like, if you are under pressure, that's the best way to test your creativity, and well, to find out if you're really a creative person and if you are an intelligent person. So that's really what I think that you need to be, not that you need to be, but it would be better if you are under pressure, because when you're under pressure, like, you know that is something that is difficult, and something that you don't have like you have not visualized a solution, or even that there can be a solution, so if you're under pressure and you still think about a way to get out of there or to resolve something, that's when you are really a creative person. So that's it.